Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm with Janice.
Hi.
And we are checking out the Star Spangled Banner as you've never heard it. I think it's going to give us the background story. I did this so long ago. I actually can't fully remember, but I think it gives you like the background story of how the like the flag and the song, obviously it's the national anthem, came about. I feel like you probably have heard the national anthem before.
I have. Yeah, Super Bowl and
things like that. So I feel like it's gonna play the national anthem and it's gonna explain the national anthem.
Okay.
So if you could leave a like and subscribe, and if you want to see Janice in more videos, let us know in the comments below. Let's go. Can you hear it?
Good. Star Spangled Banner, as you've never heard it.
I think it talks.
There was a lawyer once. His name was Francis Scott Key. He penned a song that I'm sure you're aware of. You've seen it. It's in most hymnals throughout our churches. It's called the national anthem. It is our song as an American. We go, however, to a ball game. We stand in our church services and we sing the words of that song, and they float over our minds and our lips, and we don't even realize what we're singing. Most of us have memorized it as a child, but we've never really thought about what it means. Let me tell you a story. Francis Scott Key was a lawyer in Baltimore.
Okay.
The colonies were engaged in vicious conflict with the mother country, Britain. Because of this conflict and the protractedness of it, they had accumulated prisoners on both sides. The American colonies had prisoners and the British had prisoners. And the American government initiated a move. They went to the British and they said, let us negotiate for the release of these prisoners.
Okay.
They said, we want to send a man out to discuss this with you. They were holding the American prisoners in boats about 1,000 yards offshore. And they said, we want to send a man by the name of Francis Scott Key. He will come out and negotiate to see if we can make a mutual exchange.
I can't imagine being held on a boat.
It's quite a brave man as well, tried to make all those negotiations.
I know,
just
but
one man.
I don't know if they had windows or like otherwise like underneath the boat, I'm guessing, is where they were held. In like that dark.
No, it'd been absolutely pitch black, wouldn't it?
In a rowboat, he went out to this boat and he negotiated with the British officials. And they reached a conclusion that men could be exchanged on a one-for-one basis. Francis Scott Key, jubilant with the fact that he'd been successful, went down below in the boats, and what he found was a cargo hold full of humanity, men.
Oh, wow.
And he said,
I've seen
I've
this,
got
but it's
news
still
for you
like,
tonight.
it's like,
You're
wow.
free.
Oh, it's not nice.
He said, tonight I have negotiated successfully your return to the colonies. He said, you'll be taken out of this boat, out of this filth, out of your chains. As he went back up on board to arrange for their passage to the shore, the admiral came and he said, we have a slight problem.
Oops. It's okay.
He said, we will still honor our commitment to release these men, but it'll be merely academic after tonight. It won't matter. And Francis Scott Key said, what do you mean? He said, well, Mr. Key, he said, tonight we have laid an ultimatum upon the colonies. Your people will either capitulate and lay down the colors of that flag that you think so much of, or you see that fort right over there, Fort Henry? He said, we're going to remove it from the face of the earth. He said, how are you going to do that? He said, if you will, scan the horizon of the sea. And as he looked, he could see hundreds of little dots. And he said, that's the entire British war fleet. He said, all of the gunpowder, all of the armament is being called upon to demolish that fort. It will be here within striking distance in a matter of about 2.5 hours. He said, the war is over. These men would be free anyway. He said, you can't shell that fort. He said, that's a large fort. He said, it's full of women and children.
So I think
he says,
you can go here. So it'll be interesting. Obviously, you guys know that Janice is joining us on our America trip next year. So it'd be interesting if we could try and get another trip to visit it. Because that would be really interesting.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Predominantly not a military fort. They said, don't worry about it. They said, we've left them a way out. And he said, what's that? He said, do you see that flag way up on the rampart? He said, we have told them that if they will lower that flag, the shelling will stop immediately. And we'll know that they've surrendered, and you'll now be under British rule.
Okay.
Francis Scott Key went down below and
So
told
they want the
men
American
what was
flag
about to
down,
happen.
basically.
And they said, how many ships? He said, hundreds. The ships got closer. Francis Scott Key went back up on top and he said, men, I'll shout down to you what's going on as we watch. As twilight began to fall, and as the haze hung over the ocean as it does at sunset, suddenly the British war fleet unleashed. He says the sound was deafening. There were so many guns that there were no reliefs. He said it was absolutely impossible to talk or hear. He said suddenly the sky, although dark, was suddenly lit. And he says from down below, all he could hear the men, the prisoners, saying was, tell us where the flag is. What have they done with the flag? Is the flag still flying over the rampart? Tell us.
That's what they cared about.
Mm.
It's okay.
Excuse me.
Janice isn't used to wearing these headphones, obviously, yet. Should
1 hour.
I think I've got
2
yours
hours,
and you've
3
got
hours
mine.
into the shelling. Every time the bomb would explode and it would be close to the flag, they could see the flag in the illuminated red glare of that bomb, and Francis Scott Key would report down to the men below, it's still up.
Still up.
It's not down.
Still standing.
The admiral came and he said, your people are insane. He said, what's the matter with them? He said, don't they understand this is an impossible situation? Francis Scott Key said he remembered what George Washington had said. He said the thing that sets the American Christian apart from all other people in the world is he will die on his feet before he'll live on his knees.
Okay.
The admiral said, we have now instructed all of the guns to focus on the rampart to take that flag down. He said, we don't understand something. Our reconnaissance tells us that that flag has been hit directly again and again and again, and yet it's still flying. We don't understand that. But he said, now we're about to bring every gun for the next 3 hours to bear on that point. Francis Scott Key said the barrage was unmerciful. All that he could hear was the men down below praying.
Wow.
The prayer.
That's all they could do, I guess, isn't it? Because
God,
they can't get out, so they
No,
can't help.
absolutely
That's
not.
all they can do is just hope for the best.
keep that flag flying where we last saw it.
I'm so sorry. This is really poignant, and it's, you know, the pesky earphones got.
I think we're gonna have to bring wired ones in next time.
That's what I'm used to, an old lady. So sorry, right.
Sunrise.
Back to this. I'm just going to hold him here.
I would.
He said there was a heavy mist hanging over the land, but the rampart was tall enough. There stood the flag, completely nondescript, in shreds.
Wow.
The flagpole itself was at a crazy angle,
Still flying
but the
though.
flag was still at the top.
Still.
Francis Scott Key went aboard and immediately went into Fort Henry to see what had happened. And what he'd found had happened was that that flagpole and that flag had suffered repetitious direct hits. And when hit had fallen, who knew what it meant for that flag to be on the ground, although knowing that all of the British guns were trained on it, walked over and held it up humanly
Wow.
until they died.
Oh.
Their bodies were removed and others took their place. Francis Scott
They
Key
literally
said what
died for
held
that
that
flag.
flagpole in place at that unusual angle were patriots' bodies. He penned the song, "Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? or the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that the flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet fly and wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? The debt was demanded. The price, it was paid.
I think before it goes into the national anthem being played, I think because we won't pause during that, but the lyrics, I think, like the words, I think when you've heard the story, makes so much more sense and are so much more meaningful.
Absolutely.
To kind of why they're included in the anthem.
I felt quite solemn then because it was really, like you said, they were dying,
and still holding.
They held on.
Yeah.
For the flag.
I think if everybody knew the background,
and you can see how passionate now when they're like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Right, we're not going to pause, so we'll see you at the end. Let's listen to it follow.
The price, it was paid.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Beautiful.
It's so weird because obviously we're not American, but I still get goosebumps every time.
I've got goosebumps, absolutely, yeah.
It's just,
Wow.
it's
Beautiful.
Makes you proud to.
I think what you said earlier about like understanding the story behind it and now listen to the lyrics, because how often do you listen to a song?
Yeah.
You don't actually really listen to the lyrics.
No, you just listen to the
But
tune.
knowing
really,
that
don't you?
now,
Yeah.
it all absolutely makes sense.
Yeah. And I feel like as well, it kind of shows why Americans are so patriotic.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish we were like that more.
Well, my brother was in the Royal Navy and he marched at Royal Albert Hall yesterday. And when he went to America and they found out I was a serviceman, they're just so gracious and
yeah, they are.
He got things for free and it was just absolutely lovely to see.
They are. They really do look after.
Grateful.
They are, and you
for
can
the
see that.
servicemen and women.
Even when we were in the airport, We noticed that if you were a serviceman, you got to go on the plane first. It's just little things that just show that,
Little things,
that they're
but it's
grateful
a
for what they've
respectful
done.
thing.
Yeah.
And to say thank you, isn't
Yeah,
it?
definitely. Which is greatly deserved,
And
obviously.
we'll remember it's Sunday today, which
We
is
are. This feels like a great video
beautiful.
to kind of, a day to do this video, for one. And also, I wish...
For those that
I
served,
wish, yeah.
and
I
those
wish
that are
we
still
were.
serving. Thank you.
Thank you. We will see you guys in the next one. If you like this video, please give it a like and leave a subscribe. And let us know if you want to see Janice in other videos.
And I'll try and keep these ears in. Sorry,
Earphones.
earphones. I'm so old.
We'll see you in the next one, guys. Have a fantastic day.
Take care. Bye.